How's it going, everyone? I'm Isle and welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. Today we are on the map Neo-Humanity, which is quite an interesting map, and two amazing South Korean players. First up, we have our red Terran. He is Cure. His opponent, one of the most exciting ZERG players out there, he is Dark in the blue. Dark versus Cure, Neo-Humanity. This should be good. These two players are both, they're playing pretty darn good recently. Dark, I mean, he's just exciting. He's that free-flowing, freestyling ZERG. Like everyone else is all about timings and stuff. And Dark just kind of bitches up there with his skateboard and like his shades. And I don't know what people do to look cool anymore. But that's Dark. He's that guy that's just like riding the wave, doing his own thing. He's like a surfer. Maybe that's a better one. He's just riding the StarCraft wave, and wherever it takes him, that's where he goes. Cure is quite the opposite. He is very much to the T. He will just do the normal Terran stuff, and he will throw Marine Marauder Medevac into your face, add a little bit of mines. That was a little bit. Maybe some tanks, and he'll just keep doing that, and he'll keep doing it very, very well. Hello, Mr. ZERG. Ooh. Drone is caught. Run, little drone. Nice. Good little micro there. Nice pickup. Kyo obviously was aware of that, so good timing on the Reaper going through. Unfortunately for Dark, he couldn't quite get the drone there. Ooh, loses a Zergling. He loses two Zerglings. It is a tragedy. No, it's not really, but not necessarily normal. But yeah, the Korean Zergs like to often go for 6 Zerglings, whereas the European Zergs tend to go for not 6. They go for 4. A little bit of a stylistic choice, but hey, Anyway, that doesn't really matter. It's not like, oh, Dark is now dead. No, it really doesn't mean that. It just means, most of those things are just kind of little checks, and it's nice to have those Zerglings for later, but also you're not going to die if you don't have 2 Zlings, We're getting a nice quick third CC up here. Hellions are being produced. That is a tech lab on the barracks. Is it going to be Banshees? The timing would line up quite decently for Banshees. Yeah, I think it is going to be. There we go. Dark finally gets the gold done, the base done on this side after mining out the gold. Now, Neo-Humanity is a weird map because I think the creep is very important, because the Terran, and Cure did this in the last match. I think it was against Solar that I casted. He was pushing through here into this area. And the problem for me is, if you're a ZERG player, it's a long way around to defend. Because if you got some, tanks and stuff in a good position, maybe up here, and things like that, you can't really get to them from this side, and you can't really get to them from that side. There are some Hellions. So, I don't know. When I play, and I'm not Dark, so, I'm wrong. When I play, I don't actually like taking this base. And we've seen a lot of ZERG players go for this as their 3rd, and then this one as their 4th, which puts them real close to the Terran player, but gives them a really great position to spread their creep. Because if you imagine, if you're spreading creep from here, which I mean Dark he's doing, it's just so much more creep that you've got out across the map. But yeah. Interesting. Right, there we go. Dark loves playing roaches. It's not necessarily the norm. It's not odd. It's not like, oh, this is crazy. Ooh, hello. You two just sitting here merrily holding hands or holding drills or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't say holding drills. That sounds bad. Ooh. Okay, this is getting a little bit more romantic. Oh, no, we've got a spare wheel. There we go. Back to work. These 2 Banshees, did they even get anything done? No. Pretty clean game from Cure, though. I mean, pretty clean from Dark as well. 4 Lings and Overlord. There's worse things to lose. A lot of Hellions, but we should see Cure going over to that switch. Yep, getting a bunch more barracks on the way. And he's going to go into his beloved bio-based army. Where are the Banshees? They're still just kind of chilling here. Did Cure forget that he has Banshees? Like, they haven't done anything. To be fair, they're still not doing anything. They're just politely sitting here like... That is the exact sound that a Banshee makes, you know, that kind of helicopter thing, right? Right? I think so. I think that was on point. Okay, the cloak comes up just as he's flying over the creep. And 1 worker, 2 worker, 3 workers. There's an overseer. There are queens. That's not the worst trade in the world. I mean, it's just 3. Some tanks on the way now. Tanks obviously very nice. Dark going for 1-1 with the ranged upgrade, obviously, because he's got those roaches coming up. I think Dark's going to be in a nice position. That being said, Cure is going to start pushing now. The Banshees still not getting much done. But the roaches are here. They're going to help defend against the aliens. Oh, Dark, don't lose that one. The Lings are trying to get rid of this. Get a nice little entryway for the ZERG. Double medevac drop going across to the right-hand side of the map. That Dark split up his army pretty decently. Never mind. There's 3 roaches on this side and the rest on this side. Okay, here we go. Here's Cure. He's going to start trying to get that momentum by picking up and leaving immediately. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, this is what Cure likes to do. He'll attack on separate fronts, and yeah, he'll just keep seeing if he can get any damage done somewhere along the map, somewhere on the map. If he can't get it right on this side, he'll re-engage on this side with these Marines. He's playing a lot more passively than I'm used to. Ooh, Nidus. Is there Overlord? Yeah, there goes the Overseer. Okay. Roach is on the way. Is he just going to use it as a distraction while attacking into this base? What's the Nidus for? Nidus is now coming up. Cure's not able to quite respond to this. This is a pretty solid attack coming out here. Is he going to send the reinforcements into that base? I do kind of like that position. These tanks being very annoying to deal with here. There is something. A couple of queens. Okay, there is a tank that's set up in a very good position. Cure playing it very nicely there. Queens have popped out. The Nidus is up. The main base is in a lot of trouble, and roaches are pouring out. At the same time, there are roaches still on the front attacking the third base. Another Nidus coming up. This is a very strong attack coming up here for Dark. I think this is a great position for him. He's on that juicy production of the Terran, and Cure's scrambling to defend. The Banshees do come back, and they're going to do a lot. Banshees obviously very good against roaches. Roaches can't quite shoot up. But I think actually... there's more reinforcements coming. There's more reinforcements. Okay. Ooh, Dark. Where are we going with this? He's lost a lot of queens. Nidus is going to come up. I would love to see him move these roaches into the Nidus and out on this side. Not too bad. Only 8 workers though. You're actually defending that really well, right? Like, he didn't take much damage at all. I think he lost the barracks. This doesn't show on here, does it? He didn't even lose the barracks. Lost a couple of supply depots and yeah, anyway, focus. There's a match going on. Dark trying to be aggressive with these roaches and these ravages once again. Now it does get tricky because the supplies here might look even, but remember, Roach Ravager is a little bit of inflated supply. They do fall off pretty darn quickly, and yeah, we've got some decent upgrades. +3 is on the way for Dark, for Cure. Sorry, Terran player. That one. Ooh, what's that? That's more Ravagers. He's getting a lot of Ravagers. How many does he have now? I can't see. What am I looking at? 21! Okay, gets rid of a siege tank. Yeah, ideally he doesn't want that 4th base to land. So he's been doing well denying it so far. But on the back of this, I honestly would have liked to see Dark take his 5th. He's only onto 4 bases himself. Okay, decent. There's so many biles. That is dangerous. It's like acid rain, except it's corrosive. Hey, that is acid, you know. Acid rain seems good. Oh, that was a split second lifting of the supply depots there. Okay. I like this move from Doc. He's moving into a separate position here to attack into this base. Nidus Swarm coming up, allowing for some good reinforcements to come up very nice and quickly. It's a nice, exciting game so far, and I think I may have said nice about 3,444 times right now, but hey, it's nice. Ooh. Some good dodges. Nidus does come down. Nidus does go away. Exterminators have arrived. More Roach was behind this. Another Terran army starts to chase. I don't quite like that. Siege tank's a little bit slow to the party, but they are setting up. Files are not connecting quite. They hit with one of them. Pretty decent position here for Cure, I think, as long as he's not caught on siege. That's all the Dog's doing at this stage. He's trying to buy time. He's trying to get those tanks to siege up. Then he retreats. Lets them unsiege, then he attacks. And that's just the way he's going to do it. Keep delaying until he can get enough units out. He is getting some Infesta upgrades, which I think are brilliant. That gets blocked. It's going to avoid a little bit of a ZERG wraparound, but big Roach Ravager army is going to go into the 3rd base here, which is brilliant because I think it has the potential to turn the Terran army around. Now Cure's got to deal with this. Cure has to turn around and deal with this. He can't let this go. He can't just use his reinforcements. This is the big army. And now Dark moving in once again from the other side. Okay, he doesn't need to overstay his welcome. I think he did overstay his welcome. Good biles hitting there. The rest of the Roach Ravager army is connecting up now, but come on, Dark, don't overextend. He's very good supply though. He has got a good supply lead. But yeah, Cure's army is just a little bit better. And by a little bit, I mean quite a bit. Tanks are very good. Marauders, Marines, they're very good. And they are better upgraded. Oh, I was about to say, I wondered if Cure forgot his armor upgrade, but he has got it. It is on the way. Ooh, a little bit of a miss rally over here. Luckily, Cure picks that up nice and early. Okay, we do see some infestors. What's after this, Dark? You gotta think, what's the next step of the plan? He's still going for ranged upgrades, but I would love to see like Lurkers and Vipers and things like that. Dark has the ability to play that army. But that's a lot of infestors. 5 more infestors on the way. Oh, I like this little drop. Just take the bit of the pressure off of Cure. Gets a cancel on this base. It's going to move up into the main. At the same time, we see an engagement here on the right side of the map. Neo-Humanity is a bit of a weird map. It's like rather narrow. At least in my mind. Maybe my mind is wrong, but it does feel very narrow. That's the spawning pool lost. That's uncomfortable. No Zerglings for you. Not that it really oh, he's making 16 behind. But yeah, Zerglings not the most important because they're not super well upgraded. Oh, some good fungals there. So he's trying to link up fungals into biles, which is a little bit of an old school strat. I like that. That was used quite a bit when the Ravager was just introduced into the game. And if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong here, but that was when fungal growth was still a root, not just a slow. This could be a while ago. Think about how strong that spell is. Fungal growth used to make units unable to move. They would be stopped dead in their tracks, which you can imagine for these types of players. Adding that with things like biles, you just rain biles on the frozen army and goodbye Terran. Or you have something like Brood Lords or stuff like that. Now, I mean, it's a slow. It's a big slow. But a slow is still better than a root. I don't think that engagement went too well for Dark. Let's look at the losses. 17,000. The gas. Lost 3 Infestors in that fight. I don't like that. Now we see Ghost coming up for Cure. He's getting ready for his late game army. Lurker Den is on the way. I feel like that is way too late. He's getting Hydras already. There's some of the Vipers. Neural Parasite. Okay. Interesting. What are you planning on neuraling? Some tanks? That's a tricky one. Okay, you gotta be careful of those fungals. Fungals can... Ooh. Sneaky little infester. I see you. What are you trying to do? It's only 3 ghosts so far. And they're already starting to snipe. Ghosts, they're pretty decent. You know, don't let anyone tell you ghosts are not good. Ghosts are very strong. Very strong in pretty much all matchups. I think the only matchup they're not strong in is against other Terrans. Yeah, you don't really see ghosts in TVT. You see them sometimes for nukes. But like EMP is good against Ravens. I guess Supreme late game TVT you could maybe see Ghost. But I mean, TVT's kind of... Ooh, nice little thunder there once again on these armies. Oh, Ghosts are starting to come out. Pew, pew. Do you see massive amounts of Lurkers now? That's 8 Lurkers on the way. I'd love to say that 8 Lurkers are going to do a lot for Dark, but, you know, Ghost. This base is in a lot of trouble. Hang on. Hang on, I've got to go back. I heard something. Where is it? Come on. I hear it, but I can't see it. It was over there. Alright. Dark tried the good old trick of neuraling a ghost and then nice yoink, and then using the ghost to EMP the other ghosts. I guess EMP does work against other ghosts. There you go. So there, ghosts can be used in Terran versus Terran. They're not, mostly, because it's so tank dominated, but you know, they can be used. Here's the ghost squad. Boop, 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 boop. There's some good transfusers there. It's a lot of lurkers. Dark now playing a little bit more of a defensive game. And this is a position Cure likes to be in. He likes to be pushing. He likes to be on the ZERG's front door all of the time. And run the ghost. How many shots? Ghosts are tanky. Like they're taking damage from the lurkers, but also only a little bit. Okay, a couple of neurals go down on the tanks. I do love this. Dark coming in from multiple angles, and I think this is a good position for him. I think he's going to deal a lot of damage to this Terran army. But that being said, Cure still has a lot left. Lurkers here are trying to do something, but the ghosts are still there. A couple of marauders also left over. Both players really dropping down their supply. It's 147 for Dark against 141 for Cure. It's going to say 137, and then he built a lot. 10 lurkers on the way, 12 hydras, and 2 zergins. That's what you need, 2 zergins. We are starting to approach the end game. Oh, ghosts. Okay, luckily it takes 2 steady targetings, 2 snipers to get rid of a single lurker. That one manages to survive. How many queens does Dark have on the front? He's got 4 only. Interesting. Nice. You do not want to run in there, Cure. Reinforcements are starting to move up. There's a whole line of Terran just pushing forward into the front. Very difficult position to break here for Cure, so I don't blame him for playing a little bit of a slower game. I like the retreat. Get your troops together, although he's got sensitized everywhere, so he's probably seeing that on the sensor tower. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, Dog's decided to bypass here and he's going in for this base. I think if he can get some damage done on these workers. Oh, that lurker just chopping straight through that entire mineral, well, that entire worker line. They weren't on the minerals. 24 workers going down there. 71 workers for Dog, 55 for Cure. Don't think Cure's gonna mind you, his income is very low. Both players doing the utmost best of macro. Economies I don't think are quite as good as they would like them to be. Good EMP goes down there, but a very nice fungal hits there on that big ball of bio. Big ball of bio, it's nice to say. Cure's starting to take a bit of a supply lead over here. The army efficiency with these ghosts, yeah. Oof. Big difference. It's a big difference. Ghosts definitely one of the most cost-efficient units, if played properly. Let me put that there. If played properly. I'm surprised that Cure hasn't decided, but I guess he doesn't like the mech as much as someone like Maru. Because Maru at this point in the game, you'd pretty much always see him start transitioning into that ghost mech, which is so strong. But yeah, against Dark, he's decided not to. Cure's just going for his bio, making more Marauders, more Marines. Still a lot of ghosts. What's he up to now? What's the ghost count? Only 10. I expected more. Okay, this is the advantage, obviously, of that bio army, is you get to start picking away at these outlying bases. One lurker goes down for practically free, and as soon as the lurkers burrow, pick them up, move out of the way. Big Ling run by here. +1 for the melee is only starting now. Dark, I feel like that's a little bit late. What does Dark do against this? That's the real question. What does Dark do against this? Because I kind of feel like the longer this game goes on, the better it's going to be for Cure. Cure's getting himself into a very nice army, and I love the lurkers, but how do you push into the ghosts with those lurkers? I like the infestors. Where's this banelings? He doesn't even have a baneling nest. Dark's trying to play against ghosts without banelings. I am definitely... That was graphic. Did you see that? That was super graphic. I love the fungals. Fungals are really good. He's just kind of sending them away. But yeah, Dark is... He's trying to play against ghosts without banelings. And I think, like, banelings are the natural counter to ghosts. He's just kind of throwing fungals into this area. Just every now and then. He's hoping to catch a bunch of those ghosts. Cure now moving across this map is really... It's difficult at this point to break the player. Well, we're starting to head into super late game now. We're at 23 minutes. Bases are going to start running dry, and these bases on the outside are very hard to take for both players because it's so easily accessible to attack into. So resources are going to start becoming a little bit of a problem over here. I like Liberators, and Nuke is on the way. It's a big Ling Lurker army moving across here. Ooh, one medevac goes down. Dark's just choosing not to engage the Terran army. Adrenal glands just started up right now. At the same time, that forces the Terran into pushing up here. A lot of Zerglings going down. So the one base goes down on this side. There is a lurker here doing a fantastic job. Terran's pushing in this onto this base. There is something happening all over the game, all over the map. I have no idea where to look. Okay, Liberator's trying to deal with that one over there. Terran army on the left gets dealt with, but moving to the right here. This bio army, it's very low though. It's very low, but does pick off the base and move out. Drop as well into the main base. Cure just being all over the place right now. That being said, the worker counts for both players looking pretty darn low. Cure's sitting on 39 workers. 39. I really feel like This would have been very good for Doc if he just had a couple of... If he just had a couple of banelings, and by a couple I mean like a ton. Okay, he is going to clear out. He is going to avoid... Oh, the gas probes. No! Sorry, dramatic. Okay, 2 probes and a gas go down. This base is going to be chased away. Ah, there you go. Quite honestly, I have no idea who's going to take this. This game is so tight. There's still a lot of tanks. It's pretty much becoming Ghost Tank Liberator right now. I do like that move from Cure. Cure's supply is a lot more. And Doc has been bleeding out workers. So at this stage, he's on 34 workers. Cure is in the league. Doc can't really work off of that economy. I know Doc likes to play these low econ games, but not at the 25-minute mark. And yeah, how do you break this Terran? Cure's just getting himself into glorious position here. He's got tanks spread out. The Liberators are coming in. The Ghosts are over here. I sense the start of the end here for Dark. It's been a valiant effort, and it's been a brilliant game between these two. But that's the Roach Warren down. Okay, Dark's just once again deciding not to engage. Dark loves to do this. Nice little block here. Good moves there by Cure, blocking that area. Ghosts are coming back to defend. They do get hit by a big neural, but there's so many of them. And the ZERG army is starting to disappear. 153 supply to 111. Okay. I want to say Dark took the pressure off his base, but he didn't really, because this Liberator is still here. These tanks are still here. Dark is able to defend. Cure is able to defend. Snipes going down. Explosions from the tanks. I believe that Cure do some really good gameplay. Has defeated Dark, which is, that's saying something. But yeah, like I say, Cure has been playing really well. Oh, this position is defensed up. Solid up right there. Yeah, lift it up, I don't mind. Dark's trying his best to stay in this game. But, I mean, that's being said, both players are mining literally nothing. That's another base down for Dark. Overlords are starting to go somewhere. I don't know, man. Hang on. This Lurker. GG is called. Cure! What a game. What a brilliant game. Just dismantling Dark in a very, very calculated manner. But yeah, I honestly feel like if Dark just had some banelings, could have been a lot better for him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this longer game of StarCraft 2. That was really fun. These two players were so neck and neck all the way. But yeah, it's good to see Cure. Cure's playing really well again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you want to see more StarCraft 2 content. And I will see you in the next one.